Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is for House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 2. I don't know what the title of this episode is because I didn't put it out before the episode aired, but we'll call it Brother, Brother. Wow, one of us is gonna die. Both of us are mother grabbing dying. Oh my goodness. The D was hot tonight. We're here to talk about this episode of the House of the Dragon. I hope you guys all enjoyed tonight's episode, and please jump in the chat, share your thoughts tonight. Really do appreciate everyone that checked out the episode last week. If you're in here, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join me all season for this babblery. I got the line open for voicemails right now. I might turn it on for calls later, but for now, leave your voicemails. Leave your words. We have a special voicemail greeting back from the dead. But I'm here tonight to talk about this episode. I got the Aegon on screen right now, and again, I'm talking about an acting standpoint. I thought this guy did a great job in this episode, feeling his emotions, feeling the up and down and all over the place when you get crazy emotional moments. This was a great Otto episode, and yes, it can't be said enough, and I'll just start right away. We'll get into my it's the Hightower rant of the night. I mean, I could say fuck Otto all I want, but I kind of enjoyed Otto in this episode, you know, laying into Aegon in this situation. Like I don't give a rat's ass. Otto is kind of a funny Otto to watch, just because he just doesn't care. So it was interesting to see him go on the way out, and he just never gives up. But I think what does make it very Otto that thing, what vocal song me is saying, he looks at everything, I don't know if he has real boy feelings. It just seems like the way he frames everything in his own mind is thinking about things from a PR standpoint. And, one of my favorite lines in this episode was one of his lines where he basically said, I'm paraphrasing essentially, but, the death of this child might not be the worst thing that ever happened to me, We could figure this out. There's something good that could come of this. Let's spin it and blame it on Rhaenyra. Everyone will hate her. And then he had this, beautiful smear campaign going on, and then Aegon just doesn't give two turd monkeys, and he just poops he opens his bum and he king poops everywhere, and you can relate to him, and that's why this episode does a good job, because you can relate to him in everything in the situation, but he's still a dickbag, and he's still sort of an abusive prick. But I just think the actor's performance was stealing the show in every scene he was in. I thought the pacing of this episode worked really well. We obviously got introduced to a bunch of new characters. I think you could almost look at this episode at times of focusing a little bit more on the small folk, for people that know things to come, can understand why those moments were happening. They did sort of just slip in there in the episode, and suddenly we're with characters we haven't really seen too much of, or we only saw once or twice before in last week's episode showing up. I like that as it opened up the world, and as time goes on, we'll see there was a few hints in this episode of why those characters may be important. So people that don't know, I'm not going to jump to tell you what's happening in those moments, but I do think they were doing a good job sprinkling those crumbs mixed in. The actress that played Helena in this episode also did an incredible internal performance. Her eyes and the way they focused on them in certain times. I wish they used her more in more emotional moments, because she really was. Antoine with the super chat donation. Listen, let me take a sip of this super chat donation juice. Let me get in the live mother grabbing. Ooh, I made it strong tonight. We got some super chats. Let me get to some of super chats, and then we'll say hi to everyone in the live chat. Thank you so much for those super chats. Antoine, get it together, Rhaenyra. Get it together, Aegon. It's up. Team 1, Team A. Let's rock this crap. Antoine, toast to you. Let's celebrate their 20th super on a live stream. Antoine, that was your 20th donation. Cannot thank you enough, my friend. The D is definitely hot. Let's go. Daemon went out to get cigarettes. That's what he does sometimes. Antoine, Aegon III will come out of the Civil War as king. Winner of episode 2, Kristen Cole, again, the new hand of the king, and did a Octa on Queen Alicent. I mean, the thing with Biggie making me laugh. The thing with Crispy is he just like the luckiest, like in the right. I mean, I guess you could say that his ability to think emotionally and make inept decisions that don't necessarily, I don't know, like his viciousness or quickness to sort of go dark, in threat of a better way of saying it, just kind of puts him in the right position. And now he they're having Hand of the King sex at the end of the episode. You know? Big E, thank you so much for that super chat donation. Another sip. Steven Michael Davis, glad to be here. Thanks for streaming, Phil. Thank you guys for showing up, and thank you to everyone that watched in this last week and helped this video. Please help my video last week in the podcast video get to a bunch of people. Keep that up. Keep sharing it away. Keep liking it away. I do appreciate it. I'm up against. There's like 150,000 people watching everybody else right now. So I appreciate that all of you guys that are here right now that happen to be joining me. So I thank you, and I'm going to be the silliest mother rabbi I can possibly be. Okay, so also, can we talk about Aemon? Like, yeah, what the hell was that? That was a different wrinkle in Aemon. Thanks for bringing that up, Winter. Now, today is the winter of my discontent for Aemon. And, I mean, we've been thinking that Aemon's a little, he has a mummy kink. He needs to be, he wants to be coddled because he was probably always sort of put off to the back with Alicent. The other kids were more important, and Aemon was. Is he the middle child? Does he have the middle child syndrome, or is Darren in the middle? I don't know. Either way, he's the creepy one with one eye over there. But I don't know. That was an interesting scene to kind of. I feel like we've only gotten like bits and pieces of that storyline with Aemon, and we just check in on it every once in a while. And he's got his eye off. He's stretched out the eye, and he's got his. And then the weird wrinkle about that particular scene for me was, he said something like, "We can't have sex here." So they go other places, and when they go to the whorehouse, does he just curl in a ball and cuddle? And she tells him it's gonna be all right. I'm not kink shaming. I'm just curious. I'm a very curious individual. I don't want to shame anybody. I just want to understand what your thing is to see if like I could adapt to it and be into it at some point too. I mean, it did look. Can anyone in the chat curl me in a ball and tell me it's gonna be okay while I pretend to have one eye, like wear a big blue contact lens? I was just wondering. Okay, let me catch up in the live chat here, and before we get into this, we get right from the beginning. We got Loner Incognito, great to see you again. We see Rishi, we got Rakes, we got the Imagination Realm, we got Loner Incognito, Sandroko just started watching. I'll be back. Jake Jens. When there's some source material. Okay, Sci-Fi Girl is back in here after joining us on the Usual Suspect podcast over on Teflon TV that I'm joined with Bridge 4 and Tony Teflon every week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time before the episode airs for 2 hours. We end up right at 8:30 to give you plenty of time to get your foods together and get your drink together and roll your stuff and pack your bowls or whatever you're doing. Whatever your method is, whether you're a gravity bong or you're a drink of avian water, whatever you are. So give you plenty of time, and then jump here and join me afterwards. And I can say without certainty, and I meant that how it said, but Tony will likely join us at least one of these throughout the season, probably towards the end of the season. But anyways, so we got Fandom DC in the live chat. I thought it was telling Fandom DC his own business. We got Jake. They need the source material though. We absolutely saw that. We got Lone Wolf. That's what I'm talking about. I was gonna tell you, I love that old. Which guy is the real one trope? We definitely had a Scooby-Doo trope or the Parent Trap kind of trope. Or which one is me? It's not me. Or the thing that popped in my head most right now as I'm talking about that is Star Trek 6. There's a moment in that where Kirk's wrestling with a shapeshifter and they don't know which one's the real Kirk. It always seems to be the right one dies, but obviously he went all Shogun on him on his on his body there. I think I need a Crispy song. We we may need a crispy song at some point in time kicking in this show, but we'll see. I don't know if I have it in me. They call him Crispy Baby, he's the hand now. He's slapping babies, he is the crispy wow. He's getting inside the king now, he's slapping Alicent. He's pushing all around, he getting his innocent. He's skipping in the middle, but he's slipping all around. He's a crispy man, he's crispy and tight. He's crispy, slippy, misty. Oh, I hate that motherfucking crispy. He's a hateable dude, you see. You look at his face, you wanna go pee. Right in his eye, right in the make him cry. He's crispy, Krispy Kreme. I hate that guy. I mean, there's just something like super hateable about his face when he's in every scene. And it's a credit to the actor playing it, because I think it's really awesome when an actor can be that hated, or not hated, just annoying on screen, or like play that, and he's playing into it. And so I do appreciate the performance of what the performance is, but he's detestable when he's on screen. Like, I see this guy on screen, I want to punch him. And I'm sure he watches himself and he feels the same damn way on screen. Because he's playing it great. He's playing it great, but I want to punch that pompous jerkhole right in his kisser. You know, his kisser? Yeah. Punk. We got KP. Phil had diarrhea. Sci-fi fantasy girl, were you in my bathroom tonight? I had some bad french fries. I don't know what you're talking about. Allegedly. Sci-fi girl, I'm now convinced, has a camera. I mean, you are sci-fi, so you could be down to some like advanced nanoprobe Borg technology that's setting up in my Starbase 101, and the Gorn are coming in to send me up to the Orville for my assignment. I don't know what's going on, sci-fi girl, but you know too much. Thank you. One of the best, one of the most amazing live chatters. That's why he's got the damn wrench. Mark A. Houston. Love you, buddy. Love you. How about you, Rishi? I'm giving you some damn brotherly. We need some brotherly love. I'm giving you guys Cats of Saturn. The best. What is better than cats? Cats around the damn ring of Saturn. Can you imagine how damn cute that is? I know this floating in gravity and sucking in space. Let's imagine it's in a giant bubble. A wonderful, beautiful bubble. A Dyson sphere of a bubble. And imagine these cats dancing around that Dyson sphere of Saturn. It's a beautiful thought, Cats of Saturn. I'm going to pretend that it doesn't mean that the cats are all dying in the vacuum of space. But, or they just live, like, you know, maybe they just live on Saturn. You know, they're hanging out. But either way, it's a beautiful thought. Killmonger, great to see Killmonger in there. Aegon is a great actor. I didn't see that last season. In the bit parts that we got of him, I mean, we've got a good amount, but in the stuff that we got of him, I didn't really get that he was this entertaining on screen. But he's really pulling off everything. I think he's from a performance standpoint, he's my favorite part of the first 2 episodes. There's a lot of good stuff that's happened, and a lot of good performances, moments in this episode. Another thing I really liked is it seems like this show isn't waiting to have, not fights, but waiting to sort of get into it. And if there's a conflict that needs to happen, the 2 characters that need to have the conflict we're not gonna mentally masturbate for a half a season. We're actually gonna get to the business. But yeah, Otto's great this episode, Richie. It really was. Aegon the imbecile. He is the goddamn imbecile. Eric, welcome to being a subscriber. You rule, as that says. Welcome to the party, pal. I wish I had a damn audio cue that every time someone joined, you get Bruce Willis going, "Welcome to the party, pal." I don't know, I'm running hot tonight. Let's make sure I'm not too loud. Turn that down right there. Turn this stuff down. I'm loud. What's up? We got Nola Boy, the live chat. Spoiler alerts. Lots of spoilers in the chat. Sorry, everybody. Otto losing his job in the recession ain't good. Probably got to create an Only Westeros account. I think he needs to get on that Only Westeros account, Fandom D8, where get a replica Hand of the King thing and just pose in the Burt Reynolds thing with just the Hand of the King pin on. You know, I think there's a market for it with the small folk. You get $1 from every one Westerosian dollar from everyone. You're doing good. One piece of gold press latinum. KP. Otto and Crispin were both pieces of shit. Totally. And then some, my friends. Otto is a gangster now. He KP, you're 100% correct on that. He's to that, the I don't give a fuck part of his show. And a guy like Otto, who is very capable, when he gets to the I don't give a flying turd burger, he could be a dangerous guy. And he's going to make, or it seems like he's really going to make Aegon pay for this. Otto just wants to win. He doesn't care about his own daughter's girl. Not at all, sci-fi girl. Or sci-fi fantasy girl. I'm dropping the fantasy. It's funny. My brain, both times, I think I'd have to rewind the clock as the alcohol's kicking in. I might have to rewind the clock. But it seems to me every time I've said your name, I've skipped the fantasy part of it. My mind just wants to just call you sci-fi girl because of, I'm like, oh, a sci-fi fan. You normally have my Deep Space Nine room divider back there, but it's not there. Whoa, let me go get my, my phasers. But it clearly says sci-fi and fantasy. Okay, winner of episode 2, Crispy Cole. I already read that one, but Biggie gave us super chat, so I'll read that damn thing again. Winner is Crispy Cole. Crispy Cole. Speaking of Christian, I'm sorry. I was going to say, speaking of crispy, Christian. Christian, not that you're a crispy Christian. It's just, there's some similarities in the the alliteration of your words, of your names. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to say that like on, it's a fantastic episode. This episode was fantastic. Now Heath Hinton just became a sponsor because he is the mother of a grabbing special person. Hey, Ned Ryerson. Heath Hinton, again, one of our old times. We're so old, Heath. I just called you. We're so old I can call you Keith that I know I can get away with it. No, Heath's one of our originals, longtime listener. Was amazing and lucky enough to jump on Heath's radio show at one point in time and say hi and talk about some movies. But great, awesome folk. So thank you so much, my buddy. Cheers to you. Let me take a sip, super chat sip. Oh my God, this is strong. Okay, Phil, get Pete to do a campaign ad for Aegon III and talk about Aegon II's mistakes. Phil, do a campaign ad for Rhaenyra's mistakes. You gotta do it. Loner Incognito, but Aegon learned from Larys. I don't know why I said that, like Loner. I'm sorry. I'm adding tone to your. I should do a pre-warning. Please, the warning, if you leave a message in the live chat, the host may in fact read it like an asshole. That's correct. You heard me correctly. If you leave a comment, you are signing your verbal contract right now by being in this live chat. By putting words in the chat, the host in fact may say them like an asshole. Back to our scheduled program. Okay, so it was a fantastic episode. Yes, Crispy Cole is nasty. Both Rhaenyra and Aegon are great. But Aegon learned from Bloody. Loner, but yeah, a little bit. And I'm surprised. I was actually surprised. I don't know the material as frontwards and backwards as some of my friends do, like Tony Bridge, Carmine Preston. I don't know the material, like, the Fire and Blood stuff. Well, I have listened to the audiobooks. But I did it on an airplane and I passed out somewhere in the airplane, then rewind to listen to it again. But so it's familiar, it's in there, but I don't know it backwards and forwards. And in my mind, I'm like, Larys is going to become the Hand of the King. Sonic, your boy, has just bought a dime bag of support. Sonic, your boy. Welcome to the party. Roll one up. Join the fun. Crispy Cole is nasty. Okay, sorry, KP. I'll stop singing your stuff. I'll let you sing your own comments, KP. If you call in later or leave a message or whatever. Yes, Alan and his brother. Glad to be here. It's Stephen Michael Davis. I'm glad to be here as well. As you already said that earlier, but I'm catching up in the live chat. Yeah. Oh, great to see. Winter, can we also... Yeah, Eamon, what the fuck was that? Well, I'll get into that when we get into that in a little bit, but yes, we'll get into that. Crispy is a mastermind. Is he? There's a real question. Not Izzy Stradlin in the Juju Hounds. Maud Mary, I'll get to your super chat in a second, and it says it on the screen, so I think I need to do a spin. Where we go? Let me do this off. What I need to do is get a new thing to put the wheel on. But let me get the pressure luck spin wheel. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Sorry, puppy. I think I scared the dog with the, I definitely scared the dog with the wheel. Sorry, puppy. It's okay. You'll be okay. The wheel is fine, dog. the dog got really scared with the thing. Oh god, that's the wrong camera. We have our co-host here tonight, Joffrey Baratheon. He's joined the fun. Okay, so let me continue with the live chat, and I'll get to Maud Mary's comment in a second here. The episode was so dark I could barely see anything. Kristen's a sucker. He says white cloaks represent fidelity. Meanwhile, he was projecting a lot in that scene. Aemon needs to eat some damn meat. Dude's skinny. Crispy is the guy who can't handle rejection. Oh, 100%. He's going to freak out in that situation. Completely accurate. Let me continue down in here. I lost it. I lost the chat spot. This episode's so dark. Aemon and Helena are the two middle. Okay, so he is the middle child. That makes a lot of sense, Captain. Thank you so much. He's got the Jan Brady thing going on. The Masha Aegon. What's up, dog? Okay. What up, dog? What up, dog? What are you doing? What are you doing, you? What are you doing, you big galoop? Are you joining the show? Oh, we got this dog. That may be my favorite part of the episode when Cheese Blood is the guard, Cheese is the rat catcher, where Cheese is hanging and hey now, where Cheese is hanging and the dog that he kicked is sitting there watching the whole situation like, yeah, fuck you. That's what happens when you kick me, motherfucker. That was my favorite part of the episode. Sorry, dog. Favorite part of the episode. Lie down. I won't spin the wheel again. I'm sorry. It's always good to see you. What's up? Great to see Evil Spock. You give me some Evil Spocks in there. I think Allison is crispy dickenized. Heath Hinton. The guilt that wad in Crispy's eyes. Crispy has a lot of guilt in those eyes. A lot of guilt. Like, I know. Look at my eyes. There's a lot of guilt in my damn eyes. Accurate. That showed Sea Smoke observing Adam. I hope there's some way to address the Dragon Bond thing. I hope they do too. I thought that was a very good scene in the moment. That's kind of what I was hinting at earlier. 100% accurate. Cat's eyes. Why did the White Worm stop? Because honestly, I thought she stopped because she recognized that she saw the other brother inside and it's impossible for that to be the brother. I thought that would come back later and Rhaenyra would know she was coming. So in my mind, I even think I said it in the notes. Oh, the White Worm's going to go in and tell Rhaenyra and then this guy's plan's going to be all up. Or maybe tell the other brother. Maybe we'll find out later that she ran and told the brother. That's why he ran in there and said, brother, I'm going to kill you. So maybe. But I think that's why she went back. Also, Emma Darcy acts really well with her eyes. So good with her eyes. So good. She can tell a whole goddamn story with those eyes. And she was doing it amazing in the scene as everything was sort of coming out. And like, about the kid and like knowing that she has to take Otto's side, but not being like, oh, I fucking wish I could punch out Otto in his face right now. Welcome to Family Son of Resident Evil. Allison sells her feet pictures only. Yep. Westerosi only feet pics. She has a very specific OnlyFans setup going on. When Otto said, you will regret this, I thought Aegon said, well, you'll be hanged. I'm surprised at that moment that Aegon didn't go that far. He was, I don't give a fuck about Otto, and Otto was pushing him. I'm surprised Crispy didn't get all, crushing his head without asking again. Welcome to Heath Hinton again, as I caught up to that in the chat. Wait till Aegon finds out his new hand is smashing his mom. I know. I mean, you gotta figure that someone's gonna say that. Someone's that's going to say to him, I mean, maybe that's how Larys becomes the hand of the king in the way that I think that he's probably gunning for that job, maybe. But I don't know. He could bust Crispy and then get back some of his jealousy. Listen, doggy. Crispy Pool is a tool. We're old as hell. Yeah, we are, Heath. We're still going, though. Still smiling. Crispy Cole was supposed to be watching Helena yet. And I love how he projected that all on Eric. Was Eric? Yeah, Eric. I'm always thinking. Loner. MVP, Maud Mary. Thank you so much for that super chat. Spinning the wheel was a drink. MVP, stand-up performance. Auto mother grabbing. Hightower. Who is the dominant? Alicent or Crispy? Alicent. Controlling that situation 100%. With the eyes. She's telling him with the eyes when to do it. When to count. Alicent 100% is the dom in that relationship. They went right down to showing her just the way. I think it's Alicent 100%. Sonic. Alicent uses the Poon for power. She's behind all the stuff. Finally, we finally got a Daeron mentioned. Like they straight out talked about him becoming part of the story. I wish Crispy told Aegon he was under his mother at the time. Everyone is on point. Okay, I'm back. We got Pete. Motherfucking easy. Yeah, Pete. Every chat is better with the goddamn man Pete Easy in the live chat. Thank you, everybody. Flawless episode says sci-fi fantasy girl. Sonic, your boy. Toast to you. Pete Easy. I'm already twisted. I'm getting there, my friend. I can't have sips during the Tony earlier stream because I need to stay bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So I'm just starting here right now. So it is party night. Sunday nights are when the party happens, and I cannot wait till next week and the rest of the season to keep talking about these episodes. This is the highlight night of my week, getting to come out and get to talk to you guys. I have do I have the KP go? No, we got Antoine Thomas popping on in there. KP, let me set it up in a moment here. But if you want to call and leave a voicemail, I'll definitely play it. But I'll turn on the calls right before we get into the rehab situation. Once I catch up on the chat, I want to talk about things. Was that the White Dragon a prophecy thing? I mean, we saw some prophecy in action with Helena tonight, and I like that. I like how it was depicted on screen with with everything going on. And what Crispy is no mastermind. No, Crispy is that's what I'm saying. He's like almost a accidental offense kind of guy. He's just in the right place at the right time and causing the right brand of violence or sexual whatever and getting his opportunities. I mean, yeah. He's just covering his own fucking ass. Own ass. Let's be honest. It was John Wick who kills Cheese for kicking. Yeah, I do think so. I think John Wick finally found Cheese and ended the nonsense once and for all. Hanging motherfucking Cheese. Can I pet the dog? Can you, if you want to jump through the screen and pet this big fuzzy beast of a dog, it is one of the friendliest dogs you can find. He doesn't always like other dogs, but he's probably one of the most friendly people dogs I've ever met in my life. Yeah, doing the dog sitting, and that's why if you notice closely, for those of you that pay attention, there's a different dog here this week than was here last week, and next week there'll be yet another dog here. We'll have hey. I got 3 dogs in 3 weeks. Look at me. I'm a dog sitting whore. But hay and cheese everywhere. But I do think that there is going to be some sort of, we're talking about this at the end of Tony's stream, and it could be some negative effect on Crispy in the long run. There's going to be some quid pro quo on this stuff. And Larys is going to go to Alicent and want to keep this secret now, especially that Crispy, and kind of use this against them, I think. And we will get some quid pro quo. He's a dummy. He is a dummy. Joffrey is the man. Floss. Okay, I'm back. Just finished. Was that the White Dragon prophecy? Me too, KP. I need to talk. Oh, okay. The phone lines should be open right now if anyone wants to call in. I can't believe how easy it is to break into royal family rooms. The dog had the last laugh. Yeah, what about Aemon using the milk of the poppy? Was that what he was doing? Oh, cute dog. Can I pet the dog? Pet the fucking dog. Hagen cheese. Yeah. Aegon turning into Joffrey. Few moments right there. I was sad for that dog, but happy for the dog in the end for winning. Let's be honest, it was John Wick who killed you. Again, that's fucking great. Emma did a great job this episode. Everyone did it. This was a well-acted episode. It really was. I think the White Worm is doing an amazing job this season because she's not doing that stupid accent. Or if she's doing it, it's very subtle. I almost didn't even notice it at all in this episode. And I know that's so trivial, but I don't care. I don't care. Okay, so this eyeball is worth 100 words. 1,000 words, 1,000 billion trillion. They just told you everything you needed to see. And you can just have whole conversations in her damn eyeballs. She was like that. I mean, I thought that when she was on Bates Motel. Is that it? Hey. Good to see fan. We're going to see all of our group. Top tier. CJ is in there. Dog is a faceless man. Top comments. That dog is in a way, that dog totally looks like it might take off its mask. And again, if you look in the back of the room, you might see where it already did take off its mask. It's afraid of that. The Sea Snake actually had the best episode of all time by any character of Game of Thrones history. Fair enough, considering where he was and what he got in that particular scene. Nettles keeps calling Jaharis headless. Too soon. Do we have the amazing, wonderful, incredible Smoke a motherfucking Hauntus in the live chat? Toast to my true friend, the lovely Smoke a Hauntus. Huge hug, my friend. Am I the only one sick of sex scenes between Crispin Cole and Allison? Either go all the way with it or I don't want to see it. I'm just sick of Crispy getting anything, Smoke. I want Crispy to lose. This Krispy Kreme son of a bitch. I don't want to see him on screen. His pompous little jerkhole face. Where'd you go, dog? Okay, go where you want. Pete, easy. It's time for sandwiches. I need some sandwiches. When KP calls in, I'm gonna eat some sandwiches for damn sure. Sunday, motherfucking fun day. It is that kind of time. It is that kind of party. Let's see. Hey, Phil, great to see Uncle D, Studio 11 Live. The one of our long timers in the live chat. Great to see you, my friend. I have a gripe during that battle of the twinsies. It was Rhaenyra hiding in the corner like that. She's a scrapper. She needs to pick up a sword. Get in there. It reminded me of a protection quest in a role-playing game. Like protect the queen. It was literally protect the queen. I thought it was choreographed well, too, where you really saw him going after her instead of them just clinging the swords together. Allison slapping Cole reminded me of Army of Darkness. I may feel bad, but I feel good, Sheila. Cheers to Antoine Thomas. Quid pro toe merch coming soon. Make sure you Game of Thrones communities, you Throners, Game of Thrones fans, whatever the hell. If you're out there, whether it's my friends or any people, you hear people using quid pro toe, make sure you go, Phil, you got to give Phil a penny. I want everyone to give me a penny every time, every YouTube creator that uses that term. No, I'm kidding. No one's going to use it. It's going to be an internal usual suspect thing. That's it. I want some milk of the poppy. In the right mindset, like a little put some of the pie, a little opium of the poppy, I mean, what am I talking about? Okay. Oh, that was probably Milk the Poppy. He was stoned to bejesus. He was in my kind of mindset. When did this happen? I'm in no way affiliated with KP. Just be clear. Was I the only one that thought that they were shaking the cart that was carrying the kid that was stuck in the mud for the princess's head to fall off? Chris, that sounded like one of those old nursery. I was the one that shook the cart, that carrying the kid, that sucked the mud. The princess's hand was falling. I cut the head and set the pen. The princess' head was out of the lunch. She sweat. Ding. Sorry, it's like an odd Pink Floyd song right there. That was great. It was almost, Chris. I'm not avoiding answering your damn question there because it was a good damn question. But I don't want to deny whether it was intentional or not the natural poetry of which your words were expressed. I like damn poetry. Let's get Antoine Thomas on the show.
Aegon II has really abused his power.
Let us know.
Killmonger is seen here eating beans and coleslaw with his hands.
Killmonger, what'd you do?
Motorcycle guy. There are some people starving because of Aegon II. The $1 trillion that he blew, and his mom is fucking the King's Cup. Oh my God. I'm sure
Pete Easy getting called
as
out.
well as TiVo when their political ads. But join Phil and Tony Teflon's podcast as they get Decision 24 on the way. Now, I would go for Rhaenyra, but definitely I'm going for Aegon III. Because with Aegon III, we have hope. And Lone Wolf will have hope, and many people will have hope. Aegon II has become another Donald Trump. And in order to ever put Rhaenyra's legacy on the throne is for Aegon II to be the throne. This is a supporter of Aegon III, and I'm sure he will approve this message.
Thank you, as always, for Antoine Thomas putting in his claims for the Iron Throne 2024. Thank you, Antoine Thomas. We appreciate your constituency for both sides of this red and stuff. We got Antoine Thomas, who lost less than a test. Antoine Aegon, the Maverick vote is here. The Mavericks lost. No, I'm kidding. Vote against Aegon. Phil, show this to everybody. I have to find a way to show those on screen and get them on my other computer. I might not be able to do it this week, Antoine, but I will try to make it so for next week. Those are really good designs, and I definitely want to show those. That is awesome. Thank you so much to area code 508, who said last week, Phil, you need to get your microphone volume louder. I hope I'm louder as a son of a bitch right now. Pete's Live Music, House of Dragon details. Oh, send me a message. Sorry. But feel free to call on in if you choose. 781-990-8509. 781-990-8509. It is on. JC Wilder, I hope so. I definitely think they have a chance in the next 2 years to get another one. I hope there isn't a fallout year next year, but I think they're working to sort of have this team go on like a 3-year run here. So hopefully we'll pop up another one. And you know, it's always sweeter when we bring the Lakers. So you Lakers, get your shit together. You just had JJ. Let's get your shit together and get to the finals. We'd rather beat you guys. That's all I'm saying. Okay, enough of that. Back to pissing off all this. There's so much Celtic hate in the world right now. Sorry, I'm doing my best. Joffrey Baratheon. We got, I believe this is the one and only KP. What's going on, KP?
Phil, listen. How did you like the episode?
I liked it. I thought it was a good time.
I fully agree. I concur on all levels. You know, it ended well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eric and Eric battle was a little bit more visceral than I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been more choreographed, you know, and nice. But nah, it was.
No, it was rough. It reminded me.
Right.
Yeah, it reminded me of like Tony versus Ralphie on The Sopranos. If you ever saw that, where they killing each other with toasters and stuff.
Yes.
It was like
that was like a real world fight.
Like a real fight. Like a real fight. Yeah, absolutely. And obviously.
Blood and guts and all that.
Yeah, blood and guts and brotherly shit, and then him doing the whole samurai thing at the end and stabbing on his sword was an interesting conclusion to all of that. It was really bloody and gross. And I thought I thought
that was a nice way to end that scene.
Yeah, it
sounds weird, right? Because a guy killed himself, right? But he's still on the sword.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if he hadn't done that, then there would have been a whole thing of trying to figure out, is it Eric? And then he's going to have to live with knowing that he killed his brother, which I think that was the bigger thing in his mind that he had, why he did it, because he knew he killed his brother.
Yeah. Especially his twin, where they have, we've learned from television that twins have those special connections, the psychic connections, so he has to kill him right there. He has to kill himself right there.
That's what they say. And then I thought it was nice the way they put in the little portion where they put the little thing in where the other guy was saying, "Which one is Eric? Who's Eric?" And then he was like, "Well, we don't know."
Yeah.
We don't know. And you know, you really felt like, because that was something that I was thinking about, like, because in my mind I was thinking, I'm going to be able to tell who is who. Nah, I couldn't tell. I had no clue. I had no idea.
No, it's like playing. It's like watching someone play 5-card or the 3-card. We were like, pick the card, or like hide the ball. Like you couldn't really see. They kept going back and forth with it and stuff. I didn't have any clue who it was. I don't even know really. I mean, obviously it was Eric that came out of it because of him stabbing himself. And if it was the other guy, he would have stabbed Rhaenyra. But right up until the moment where he stabbed himself, I was like, is he going to swing the sword on Rhaenyra? Like I didn't know if it was going to end up being Eric and he was going to come at her, and then the guy that you're talking about that came in and goes, I don't know which one is Eric. He would have had to stab him at the last minute or something, But no, they went a different direction. They had Eric actually win the fight and then kill himself.
I thought that was the highlight of the episode. One other little highlight, and somebody mentioned it in the chat, was seeing the white dragon.
Yep.
I don't know if is that cannibal. I think that has to be cannibal, right? Is that
I
cannibal,
think it was.
That has to be
Or
cannibal.
is it sheepscale? Was it
the white one? No, that's the white. That's no. There's one called White Ghost or some Gray Ghost or something like that. I think that, but whichever one it was, I think it was a good. I think it was a good introduction to what we're going to probably see next.
Right,
week,
good, the dragon seed stuff. It was a good sort of like wetting our beaks with that stuff.
So the whole dragon seed, because we have Hugh not a reason to like go to the other side, right? Which is interesting because he has a sick daughter. So that's like his reasoning for going to the other side, which makes a lot of sense in the whole story that will happen because, his loyalty is kind of shifty even in the best of times.
Yeah, very shifty.
So he could usually go into the other side to get medicine because, the other side has stopped the boats from moving. So that's his idea, I imagine, is, okay, well, let me see if I can go over there and provide some assistance, and perhaps they'll give me some medicine for my sick daughter, which they probably will.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see as well, like, because in this episode, they definitely made a point to show you that he had platinum blonde hair, right? They made a point to show that he has silver hair. So I would like to know. I'd like to know if he knows what his Targaryen connection actually is.
Or if he figures it out through the dragon. It would be an interesting way of doing it too. Like he just doesn't realize why he's getting the connection with the dragon. It's gonna be cool to see how they do it.
It'll be nice to see. So I just want to call in and my house is empty. My wife and kids are on vacation. It's vacation time, summertime, So I'm here in this big empty house, and I have none of my friends watch this nonsense. So
no, you have to talk to someone.
Let me see what Phil's doing. Let me call in and see what Phil's doing.
Well, feel free to call back in a little bit later. I'm going to get into the recap now, but feel free to check in later, KP.
I'm gonna watch you on the TV. I'm watching the TV.
Hi, KP. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
All right, bye.
Peace. It's the wonderful, amazing KP on the line right there. And you know what? Do I happen to have a pipe and a Sherlock hat? If I don't, I really need to get one because it is kind of this is a good look for me. This will be a really good look for me. That Joffrey look right there. I'm just saying. It would be. What's funny is that's a picture of my chair. That's not my real chair. Where's the picture? I have to take off the picture of the chair to get into this. Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, so I do think it's about time. I mean, I've talked about this episode. We've gotten into it a little bit, but we haven't done. Let's send. We're gonna send you to voicemail right now, Antoine. But we'll get to your voicemail in a second, because I gotta do it. It's about that time to wait. Let me do this. Sorry, Antoine. Let me do this. It's about that time to go to the recap. Okay, let's get into this recap here. Oh my goodness. That dog is very confused and very excited. And very not fixed. Okay, let's get into this. Whew. Yes, you should definitely get more. It's definitely that kind of party. Thank you so much. Let's get into our recap where we'll go through every scene of the episode, beat for beat, as much as possible. The dog, I was worried about the dog in that recap, and I was very much, I should be. The dog is still eyeballing me. When are you going to do that again? Hey, what's up? So, excuse me. That dog is primed and excited at the moment. Not used to that much excitement. It's a nice chair. Mine has cats and slob. You can't see it closely, but there's a lot of dog fur on that. That's my dog who is dealing with some health issues and not staying here at the moment too often. But she's that's her chair, so her hair is embedded into that thing. Let's do it. The recap has happened. You should get more. Doggy didn't hold any grudges. Sci-fi girl, we're back. Oh, I did. I totally riled up the dog. The dog was way too excited right there. I let me tell you, that dog was very excited right there. We're just sitting in my captain's chair, everybody. Okay, so the episode starts out with some really great directing. The blood and the blurry, the reflection, the music was really perfect. Really set up the gravity of the situation that we were seeing. We see all the people being laid out and the fallout, sad music. The music that played was exceptionally well done. It was just a really well orchestrated piece of music. The very orchestrated, well good piece of music. That's my professional opinion as a professional music maker. I swear by the good old gods in the new, that music was entertaining. No, but it was good. It was very good music. Yeah, like Loner Incognito says in the live chat, really great editing, really fun. Yeah, the faceless dog was just dancing with me and almost wanted to. There was some. That dog almost chose violence right there. That dog was thinking about choosing violence. If I didn't slow down my roll at a certain point in time, that dog would have 100% chosen violence. Where did I put the thing? I picked something up and I put it somewhere. Hey, leave it. Okay, so yeah, just really great editing at the beginning here to sort of tie the rug really tied the dude's room together here in this editing moment. It really just brought everything together. We got it's Fernandez. Jesus motherfucking T with the super chat donation. Toast to Fernandez T for the drink. I'm spinning the wheel that's down here. Yeah, go. You gotta trust me, I'm really spinning the wheel right now. The dog just can't see it. It is Joe Drink. Well, Joe's not here. So I gotta drink for Joe. I mean, the dog is no one, John Haymaker. The dog is no one. But thank you, Fernandez T, for that super chat donation. Very generous, my friends. Thank you so much for all the help you give myself and Tony and any other creators. Okay, so blibbity bloobity blubbity blow. So the small folk are getting it and getting the brunt of all this action, all this stuff. It's an intense moment. It's big time. It's just exceptionally well edited. This was one of the best moments of the entire series in the sense of the way it was all put together. It was just high quality, for me anyways, like just high quality filmmaking. It's just the way the music fit with the scene. The music was exceptional. It was just such a beautiful piece that was orchestrated for this particular scene, and it echoed the emotion in the scene crazy well. And the way it fed right into the Aegon scene where he's swinging his sword, but I declare war. Fucking blah, blah. It's so sad and so intense, but at the same time, the way he plays it is captivating to watch too. So it doesn't play too dark. So I don't know. It was because they killed. Aemon's on that damn side. And he was cheering and jumping around last week about Viserys being dead. It's just. it's interesting parallels that this show is putting up and putting you in positions of like, how do you feel with these characters that have gone through whatever? And I think they do a great job kind of staying, like letting you make your own informed decision, not really sort of pushing you in either direction. You can either relate to him or you can go, fuck you, scumbag, you're getting what you deserve. And I think that's well done in this episode. And that's sort of one of those underrated things in the sense of the Horseshack test to the way that they're shooting this in some ways. And I think that really does work for me. And I like it. Okay. Thank goodness for a cough button. You didn't want to hear that. I will listen to that in a second. Antoine, thank you, buddy. Yeah, destroying the model. It was intense. It's such a good model. I like it. Sci-fi fantasy girl. Perfect. Me too. Toast. Okay. I declare war. Peacock. There's war. There'll be casualties. And we go after Aemon, who stops and seems to feel bad for a second. He looks around. He looks for clues, and he finds a gold coin. We go to Otto, and he's telling Alicent, this must not shake us. Hi, I'm Otto. This must not shake us. You know, it's like a dead baby, but you know, we can take this dead baby and, you know, use it to our, like, advantage. Everyone should sort of, like, shut the fuck up. This is gonna be perfect. This is, like, actually the best thing that ever happened to our family. Like, this dead baby, we could use this and blame it on Rhaenyra. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And people will forget how much of a horse's ass Aegon is and how much a scumbag prick I am. It's gonna be wonderful.
It's a hot tower rent tonight. It's a hot tower rent tonight. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. It's a hot tower rent tonight. It's a hot tower rent tonight. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. It's a hot tower rent tonight. It's a hot tower rent tonight. Fuck Otto. 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 Fuck Otto.
Okay, fuck it. Oh, sorry about that. Fuck him. So this was just a fun, not a fun in a good way. Like, again, great episodes by Otto and Aegon. They're insufferable douchebags, but they wonderfully fun characters to watch on screen. So Otto's telling Alicent, oh wait, we got a super chat donation. Let's get that before it goes back. Take a shot, and my dog says hi to your dog. Lone Wolf, give me 1 second, and I will take that shot. I have to get up to go get it in the other room. And when I mix my next drink, I will grab a shot and do that for you for your super chat donation. I appreciate all you super chatters. I need this kind of fuel. I'm by myself out here. I got the dog, I guess. I guess the dog. You know, Joe doesn't want to be on this adventure. You know, it's early in the damn morning for Tony to get up tomorrow when he has his own videos to work on. So I'm by my lonesome tonight, and I'm fine with that because I got all you guys in the mother grabbing chat, and I talk a lot, so I'm actually better on other podcasts when I have at least one show a week that I can just go, you know, and talk my friggin' ears off. It feels good. It feels wonderful. Let's celebrate the 10th super on the live chat from Lone Wolf, and that means everyone grab your drink and take a damn shot. For Loner Wolf Incognito. Sorry, I'm conflabbing names. I'm Tyrell Childrening names, putting them all together. Okay, let's continue. This is the second time Otto was fired from being Hand to the King, and this time he was a lot more cocky about it. Otto's totally with the Al Pacino. Listen, every day we're gonna win the game. Sorry, I'm thinking of I wish I could remember the Any Given Sunday. halftime Willie Beeman speech right there, because that would be a good time for it. It would be. Or if I had the audio cue on, if I had the audio clip on cue, I tried to say, yeah, you know, I'm drinking and I need a producer. So there you go. My producer got married and quit the business, so I don't got a producer no more. What you talking about, Phil? You got me? Yeah, we got you. You're an asshole. Okay. And she's got a great ass. John Haymaker. That Otto is an asshole, and he's got a great ass. I think he is, KP. He's definitely disappointed. He's emotional about it, too. He's pissed. And I think we definitely see that. When am I getting close to you guys? I like unbutton the top button of my shirt. I'm like, hey guys, can we get a little close? Hey everybody, it's time for some 70s fun. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some House of the Dragon episode. Oh, I gotta get to the music to get this right. That's right. Oh yeah, welcome. It's time for Otto Hightower's Chest Here in the Night. That's right. Look at it. Yeah. Listen, Otto's telling Alicent that this shit must not shake him. Alicent's like, baby, this broke my daughter. I can't say Helena's name like this. It's so hard, baby. Now, Otto just can't be human. I don't know why I'm saying my notes like this. It's whatever. Sometimes I think I just do this stuff to crack myself up. Okay, so Otto, he just can't be human. Everything's using as an opportunity, which I get. He's very Ferengi. I'll give him that. You know, the Grand Naga Zek would appreciate this kind of ingenuity, but still, dude, read the room. And Otto's like, Alicent's like, whoever. Oh, this is before I'm confusing this scene with the small council scene later because they kind of wrap into each other, I believe. But this is the Alicent in Otto alone scene as she starts for the first of 2 times in the episode, tries to tell, it might be 3, tell Otto that she's, in a torrid affair with Crispy, and for like the first of 3 times, he's basically just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what nonsense you're doing. Don't tell me. If you don't tell me, I can't have shame. And that was one of those moments where I'm like, oh yeah, Otto's a pragmatist. He's just like, yeah, I don't want to know. Just don't tell me. Just shut up about it. Just do what you're going to do and shut up about it. He was almost giving her permission to do what you wanted to do in that moment. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Have you tried? Ooh, I have not. But I might have to try that, JC. We got the golden child, and he's in the live chat with us, and he has the knife. Brother Numsy. So, let's continue. Otto is an interior decorator, but his house looked like shit. Al Pacino is my favorite character. It might be Jack Nicholson for me, but Al Pacino's pretty up there as well. Great ass. Okay, let's continue here. And I have not forgotten about your voicemail, Antoine Thomas. I will get to it in a second. And anyone, if I'm happening to miss if I happen to miss one of your chats in the live chat, and you want to make sure you get your comment in, you can always text that number too, 781-990-8509. And you can leave me a voicemail or call, depending on if I get to it. And I also wanted to mention, I don't have it open right now, but if you're happen to be international, and you want to leave a message in, you can't do it because of obviously, I don't want you to have to pay exorbitant fees just to get into the show. You can email me a voice clip. If you want to do that and get your voice in the show, and you can do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I might play it here, or I might play it on a Usual Suspects podcast on a Sunday or a Wednesday. But you can email me at theissuesguy@gmail.com. So feel free, anybody that can't call our numbers, you can always email me a voice clip, and I can play it that way, or email me a message if I'm not getting to you in the chat. Accept it, Phil. You just hate Otto no matter what he does. Am I an Otto hater? Because of my song, I have to sort of support an Otto hate. Maybe. I think the actor plays this part so well. I think he's just not a real boy. I've said it a couple of times. I'm not sure I hate him as much as I think he's schwarmy. I hate Crispy. I don't hate Otto. Otto makes me laugh. Otto's trolling of scenes sometimes, and trolling of people, like when he's getting off on everything Helena's saying and making people uncomfortable, when he's watching the little kid torture the Lannister. I like when the older Otto his hair gets more crazy. I kind of like Otto. I hate Crispy. Otto's just a dink. and a selfish dink, and an agenda spinning dink that needs to be called out on his shit. But I do kind of like him. Crispy, I don't like. Crispy can go fuck himself. So I would say your assumption about me would be more true about the crispy factor of it all. Otto is a likable douchebag. You know, he's a likable rogue. Not likable, but you know, I like watching him do shitty shit. Typos kill me. The worst thing for me, if you're someone that privately texts with me, hey now, texts with me. Oh my goodness. If you're one of those people, I do speech to text all the time, and it corrects crazy odd. So you get some really ridiculous corrections, and I'm way too lazy to go back and change them. And because of the hand drums that I played, you can see, oh, that's a really good spot for my congas. Like right above my chair, you can just see the heads. That looks really cool. Anyways, my hands, it's tough to touch on the touch screens and like get anything going on. And I got the smallest phone possible, like the mini phone thing. So it's tough to type, so I'm always doing speech to text, and it corrects crazy odd. Try getting to know somebody that doesn't know you, like when you're trying to talk to somebody or interact. It's bad. It's bad, and I'm a lazy man. Yeah, Otto is comedy. He's more comedy than Littlefinger. He's probably the comic relief on the show mostly for me. Aegon would have been a good person Aegon would have just been, Lone Wolf, you're right. Aegon would have just been sort of like a drunk bro dude. I'm not like, maybe even, I don't think, and I love how Otto kind of called him out. We'll get to that in a bit in the episode, but I love how Otto basically said to him, yeah, your dad didn't even want you to be king. Your mother made that shit up, and he just starts laughing. It's like, he wanted me to be king at the last minute. I was like, oh, yeah, sure he did, dude. That whole scene was maybe my favorite Otto scene, when he's just telling Aegon to go fuck himself, and he's like, but my daddy wanted me to be king, and Otto just goes, he turns into Jabba the Hutt for a second, you know, he just starts laughing at him and shit. It was great. Pizza the Hutt. Okay, don't you have? I have fuck Otto on my autocorrect. Okay, so Allison is God's punishing me. I don't care. So we go off to Aegon and his council, and he's breaking shit around, and we get more Lannister with the more Lannister comedy that I was talking to Bridge about earlier. That the small, but it was a little bigger. But he's just the Lannister's like pouring something, and he just like knocks the shit out of his hand. I love how they're using the Lannisters as comic relief on this episode. He's screaming about his son, his legacy. He gets into Crispy's face, and he's like, Crispy, where were you? And he's like, I was in bed? Whose bed? Otto quickly changes the subject to like, listen, Aegon, we got to find out, you know, whoever did this. And he's like, who did this? My smug cunt of a sister on Dragonstone. She did this shit. And she's laughing at me. And Loras comes in and is like, we caught the guard. We caught blood. Basically, we caught blood. And Aegon is like, okay, I'm going to kill him. It's going to be great. And then Otto's like, whoa, we don't know. You know, we gotta find out what's going on. And then Aegon, who's sort of not losing his mind, but just really emotional as he should be in this moment, is just turns on everyone in the room and says, oh, okay, we can't kill this guy. Any of you guys could be the one that did it. Otto is like, but really, when this really comes down to it, as Otto ultimately gets to in this, Otto sums this up really well. He's like, he does the, all of this, Otto would be a good podcaster. All of this, in a sense, you know, really comes down to, it doesn't fucking matter. Whoever did this, we're going to blame it on Rhaenyra. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to blame it on Rhaenyra. And he says, well, and Aegon's will make me seem weak. You're already weak, douchebag. And Otto's like, we'll show Rhaenyra to not just be a pretender, but be someone that would casually kill a child. And we have to do a whole funeral procession, bring him out, really get the people emotionally feeling this. And Aegon doesn't want that. He doesn't want his kid to be out there. Dragged through, and Otto is like, no, he's going to be honored. And this is where Alicent backs up Otto, and Otto simulates emotion for a second and goes, well, I totally cared about my grandkid. This is going to be a war, and we need the PR. And Aegon asks his mom, and Alicent reluctantly feeds into Otto's manipulation, and they go there. Otto wants a spectacle. We go off to Helena and Alicent, and Helena is... Ooh, this is tough. This is emotional. This is tough. Played really well. Alicent manipulates her and tries to manipulate her. It's an interesting conversation. She's trying to kind of probe to see if Helena remembers anything that happened with her and Crispy. So there's like a guilt going on in this scene too. It's really messed up. It's an interesting conversation that Alicent is just like almost bullying her own daughter. So give me 1 second as I am going to play a song here. I'll play the recap song again. Let's get into this. Oh, actually, I'm like, let me play this song. Let me play this song. I'm going to go pour myself another drink and go get the shot that I owe the super chatter. And let me play this. This is about one of our favorite old Game of Thrones characters, Bronn of the Blackwater.
And here we have Bronn, son of...
You wouldn't know him.
You're an up-jumped cutthroat.
Aye.
Up-jumped, nothing more. You're an up-jumped cutthroat.
Now I'm a knight.
Up-jumped.
You're no knight. Sir Bronn of the Blackwater.
Killed the right people, I suppose. That's exactly who I am. My lord.
I'm not your toady. I'm not your friend. I'm not your toady.
Now I'm a knight.
Fair enough.
Here we have Bronn.
You need a woman.
Here we have Bronn.
Nothing like a woman after a fight.
You're an up-jumped cutthroat. Up-jumped.
Softer than virgin's thighs.
Up-jumped cutthroat.
Aye.
Up.
And you're a grub in fancy armor.
I'm just an up-jump sellsword. Fair enough.
You're an anointed knight.
Now I'm a knight.
You fight pretty good for a little girl.
Here we have Bronn.
Aye. I'm your friend.
I've had an exciting life. I want my death to be boring.
Eerie. They say it's impregnable.
Give me 10 good men and some climbing spikes. I'll impregnate the bitch.
Perfect timing. Here we go. And let me toast this super chat donation to, let me see who that was. I forget who gave. Lone Wolf. Thank you, Lone Wolf, for this super chat donation. Very much appreciated. Toast to you. And oh my God, I haven't done a shot in a while. Oh, whoa, so Zuzu pedal. Oh, let me chase that shit. Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be an interesting second half of this live stream. Woo! Let's take a pause from our recap for a second and play a message from our good buddy, Antoine Thomas. Let's see what Antoine Thomas has to say a little bit more. And as I mentioned before, if you want to call in 781-990-8509. You can call that number 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're never disturbing me. If you want to use it as sort of like a line where you vent out some of your frustrations, drunk dial my line, you can do any of that. 781-990-8509. Call on in. Don't be afraid. Antoine Thomas, what you got to say?
What the fuck is going on here at this gas station, Silico? KP, do you got any gas in your car? Look at this shit. Phil, can you look at this shit? Hey, Peter Griffin, do you got gas in your fucking car? God damn, look at how Aegon
Oh my
the
goodness.
second has done. Man, this is her. This is Otto's fucking fault.
We're
man.
stuck. It's
We
all
could-
Otto.
We didn't have this shit, man. But Sarah's Targaryen was king. Everybody had fucking gas in that car. Well, looks like without the Sarah's or Rhaenyra, Aegon the second did so much of his bullshit with the money, and the casinos and bullshit. He fucked this one up.
It's always about the casinos, those
Phil
bastards.
Guy approved this message for the campaign ad.
I did. I absolutely did approve that message. Antoine Thomas, thank you so much, as always, leaving us the interesting and fun voicemails. I do appreciate it, buddy. Thank you to everyone that has shared this out and helped more people find this. As I said, there's about 17,858 people checking out Alt Shift X. Let's bring some of those buddies over here. Let's send them over here. Drag those assholes over here. My chat room, I want my mods to let all sorts of shit through. Say whatever the fuck you want in there. We like it. But I do love Braun. What is Phil doing behind the Joffrey still shot? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a crazy situation. So we're off to Helena and Allison. It's an interesting conversation. Oh, happy days, a funeral procession. It's sad. Here comes the club foot ready for torture. I thought this was a really funny torture scene with blood where he pulls out all the torture stuff like Jack Bauer getting ready to do stuff. And he's like, oh, it was Daemon. He paid me. I don't care. Don't fucking torture me. And he's like, yeah, you're fine. You know, you're fine. But the king, he'll have something to say about all of this. Excuse me. So I'm definitely having a sandwich, Big Kev. Big Kev. Great to see Big Kev in there. Playing some cards, getting the cobwebs off my poker game these days. Joe has too. We've been on the stripe a little bit. Okay, we are many with Helen's perspective of the funeral. This whole scene, similar to the beginning of the episode, was just edited incredibly, and we'll get to this in a second because there's actually a few scenes in between this. But the queen at the funeral, when everything stopped, when it got stuck in the pothole and all that stuff going on, was just some exceptionally well done editing in the anxiety and the craziness and everything that was going from Helena's perspective. I thought it was just filmed really well, and I really felt the performance of her. And I know a lot of people focus on the theories and focus on this, that. I tend to focus on the acting performances and some of the structures of everything going on. And I think this episode was so good in all these little minor things, these little touches that just added a lot of substance to this episode. And a lot of it was with her and they did some cool with editing, really, too, with some just really cool editing tricks and moments and shit like that. It was awesome. Phil, that's not Joe's missing sandwich eating. No. Definitely not. Let's continue. So we're with Helen's perspective at the funeral. Blood is like, oh yeah, when we go to Blood, I already mentioned this scene, is like, are you going to hurt me? And Laura says, no, I'm not going to hurt you. Laris, excuse me, I keep calling him Loris. People know, just for the record, if I call him Loris, I know his name is Laris. It's just, we had another character. So that name pops to my mouth quick. Pops. I'm trying to assess if that sounded dirty, but it didn't. What do you think of Helena's thoughts of the confetti falling meant? Something to do with dragons burning shit is how I viewed it. But I don't know. We'll have to see. But it was some vision of future events, for sure. Helena has another vision. And there's this... there's pot? Pot? Oh, it's a pothole. And the coffin gets stuck in the pothole. And... The procession stops and Helena is freaking out. The crowd is freaking out. The edits are fast and uncomfortable. Just well done. Director, editor of this episode deserves an award. This was just really well done. I was filled with anxiety watching this scene. It dictated that. It wanted me to feel that. It gave me that. It slapped me on my butt and gave me a squeeze too at the end and really finished me off. It was a good moment. So we go off to Rhaenyra, finding out about it all, and she's like, they're blaming me. This was a really fun whole thing. Jace wants to go. Rhaenyra's like, no. Rhaenyra's going on and on. This was a good episode for her too. She's going on and on and on. And Daemon's just sitting there. You see him in the back of the scene like, yep. And she's ignoring him. She's not looking at him. Then once she makes eye contact with him, this is some great nonverbal acting. She's just like, Like, she knows. She just knows in that moment. It's cold-blooded. She just sees it in his eyes. Rhaenyra's like, people think I did shit. She looks at Daemon, and then it cuts to a scene with them alone together. Did you send assassins to kill kids? And Daemon is like, I told him to kill. He's just thinking about it like a joke. He's like, I told him to kill Aemon. Motherfucker, I don't care. Whatever happened after that was my fault. Sorry. Oh, let me drink my tea. Rhaenyra's like, what? And she breaks him down, and he breaks her down, and they have a crazy fight. She's like, I can't even reiterate everything that they say to each other in this scene. I would have just been typing word for word. This is the moment where I kind of wish I was still playing the clips, but I can't sign into my HBO Go account right now. So she said, my producer is watching Soprano episodes at the moment. So I did not, and she's like, I don't believe you. She's like, finally, I just can't trust you. I never did, but, and he goes to her to try to connect the love moment, and she just goes, you feel like I stole your inheritance. And he gets up and looks at her, and he's like, I supported you. I put the crown on your head. And he's like, yeah, did you? Or are you just sort of thinking, who do you really serve? You don't serve anybody but your own self-interests. I don't, my father didn't trust you. He didn't take away your situation because he was trying to fuck with you. He did it because he didn't trust you. He didn't trust you to be king. And your father was a coward. Yeah, you really think that of my father? And Daemon throws some insults, and Daemon, basically she tells him he's pathetic. Daemon heads out past his daughter. She comes in, and Rhaenyra tells her to take Moondancer to keep an eye on King's Landing. And Baelor says, stay high, make no mistakes. They talk about Daemon following his own path and get a little whatever. And Rhaenyra just seems done with Daemon at this point. And then we get, I would say, visually the best dragon shot we've got in the series so far. Caraxes with Daemon in full armor coming out, heading to Harrenhal. It was just a good visual. Very good visual. Then we get Aegon being a dickbag to Helaena, who looks at him for support in the hallway, and he just keeps walking. That's like you kiss some girl, after school, and you see her the next day, and you go hi, and she just ignores you because she has to pretend not to like you in front of her friends. Listen, Alana, I still don't forgive you. Whatever. I'm like Crispy in that moment, right? Speaking of Crispy, he's crestfallen about everything that happened. Rhaenyra is playing with those small kids, or was that Helaena in that moment? Or were they flashing back between Rhaenyra and Helaena? I couldn't really see it because I was looking down taking notes at this point, but anyways, they cut it with Helaena having more visions of the dust. We get Alicent getting ready for her bath, and we can just feel the sexual tension. We can just feel the sexual tension in the air, and she doesn't want absolution for what she goes to Crispy. Are you going to tell anybody? And he goes, I'm not going to tell shit. I can't even get absolution for the shit I've done. I'm a bad man. She gets in the bath, but they're both missing each other, and you can feel it. Crispin's walking, and this is when he gets in Eric's face, and he basically just starts a fight with Eric. He's like, your cloak's dirty, get out of here. He walks out, he goes, where were you when the prince was killed? Well, I was with the king. You should have been with the king. Well, the king wanted to party. Well, fuck you. No, fuck. Well, I think you're out of line. Well, I think your brother switched sides. What if you like your brother? And he basically manipulates him and says, the only way I'm going to trust you is if you go and you kill Rhaenyra. Go kill Rhaenyra. Go break into her room, murder her in the night, pretend to be your brother. So he wanted to guilt him to make him feel shitty enough to be able to manipulate him into doing this. Okay. So we go off to Jace and Baelor talking about hating Daemon. Not really. Talking about Daemon stuff. She asks him about his two dads. And we get a kind of cool scene between the two of them where we get a little bit more about how Jace feels about his history and his life. You see, he's kind of well adjusted about it all. Talking about how Harwin Strong loved him, but also says good things about his fake dad too. So I do think, Jace seems to be a well adjusted, nice dude. So we cut from this beautiful, wonderful, sweet scene between these two kids to a sex club scene. And we see Aemon with his girl, and he's waxing poetic about how Daemon is afraid of me. Daemon wanted to kill me in the night. Oh, yes. Everyone's afraid of me. Listen. Come here. Aemon, come here, a little closer. Aemon, one eye. No one's afraid of you. People are afraid of your fucking dragon. You got the biggest dragon in the world that can pretty much kill any dragon in any fight. Maybe even multiple dragons at once. No one's afraid of you, you stupid dumbass. With your weird tunnel vision because of your one damn eye, Daemon would kill you in single combat. And he's stronger. You're a kid. Look, give me a break. People are afraid of you because you have that damn huge dragon. You have Vhagar. That's it. That's it. I mean, you're crazy. All power to you. But no one's really afraid of you. Like, you should really sort of understand the situation. And he kind of, I thought he was going to be honest here in a second. He goes, I'm kind of upset about Viserys, you know. My anger got carried away because they made fun of me. But no, you didn't decide anything. Your anger did get carried away and yada, 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 but whatever. You chased him. But really, again, it was Vhagar out of your control. And Luke's dragon too, for that matter, kind of instigating Vhagar, as Bridge was saying. But that's beside the point. Phil versus Aemon Targaryen, July 20th on Netflix, replacing the Logan Paul Mike Tyson fight. Yeah, the Aemon scene was strange as he's cuddling. We were talking about this earlier, and we're into it now. Okay, so we're supposed to think about Aemon. He's prideful enough that he can't have sex in the sex club, but he's in love with a prostitute and has sex with her at home, but then comes to her work and hangs out with her and cuddles with her naked and has her rub him and tell him it's going to be okay. I'm just trying to understand Aemon's kinks. Again, not kink shaming. I just want to understand, so maybe I can try it. Okay. Aemon reminded me of the Netflix Sandman in the Cube with a little bit of Edward Scissorhands. That's oddly accurate. MQ in the live chat. I think Allison is a bit smarter than Cersei. Cersei's like a major idiot. I'm going to reiterate what you say in slow motion. Cersei is an idiot. Cersei is a fucking idiot sometimes. I don't know. Which is why I didn't agree with episode 1. Daemon would have happily filleted him. 100% sci-fi fantasy girl. I don't know why I'm sipping. I'm taking my opportunities to sip. I'm buzzy. Okay, since Allison is the Queen Mother, do you think she will turn into Cersei? No. I don't think she's the Cersei of this show in that way. I'm trying to think. I do think Cersei is more kind of what Aegon's reaction is to everything. But like, he cares about his kids. He's a shithead. He's a douchebag, but he cares about his kids. Obviously. And Daemon, too. Like, cares about his kids. He's a good dad. Cersei's more of an idiot in the books. Lena Headey being a smart human being and having this natural, casual intellectuality that kind of comes through in just her in general as a person makes television Cersei more smart. Book Cersei is a moron. Is a psychotic moron. Not a psychotic moron, but crazy. Is batshit crazy. Completely 100% narcissistically nuts. And a stupid person. TV show Cersei is egocentric, not the brightest bulb in the tree, but also dealt with some post-traumatic stress disorder to kind of drive her to make some extra stupid mistakes. But I think that's just a credit to the way Lena Headey plays the character. But I'm sipping from that captain's chair, motherfuckers. This episode was okay. With only 8 episodes, every episode should be a banger. This wasn't it. I can hear you, Casanova pugilist, that it was a character building episode rather than the stuff happening episode. Although we did have everything at the end with the brother battle happening in this particular episode. That was the big event moment. That was supposed to be the big kind of thing. And we'll get to that in a few minutes here. But I can understand where you're coming from. In the sense of, I feel like we're getting to a point with television shows where it's you get what you get and you don't get upset. From a point where we used to be where it's like every episode TV show had to be 26 episodes a season. I think the secret was somewhere in the middle. I think 10 to 15 episodes, 10 to 12 episodes is a really good season of a television show. I think when you get into the 6 to 8 episodes, you throw a little bit more weight on each individual episode onto itself. We got Chris in the live chat. Chris, you listening right now? Say hi to me in your private message if you're listening live. Great to see you, Chris. Okay, so one of our Better Call Saul friends, and make sure you check out our sister podcast, The Direwolf City, if they're live right now as well, and send a hello to all those friends over there. If you're bouncing back and forth, make sure if you go over there, you tell them Phil sent you, and then come right the fuck back. So, but yeah, I just think 12 to 15 episodes feels like the right amount. It's the Three Bears thing. 6 to 8 is too little. 26 a lot of times could be too much. Or 20 something is too much to allow the creators to really flesh things out and not give you some filler or some bad episodes here and there. I think very few shows use those 20 plus episodes to their fullest ability. Deep Space Nine, I'm looking at you. That killed it. Seasons fucking 3 through 6. I think every one of those 20 something episodes are a banger, but I don't think most shows that had the 20 some odd episodes had a similar situation to that. I would say Star Trek is the exception to the rule. I miss 20 episode seasons because I'm a Star Trek fan. Because Next Generation and Deep Space Nine did it well. I think, and I do like getting lost in a season of a television show and feeling like you're never going to finish it. So I like lots of episodes, but I'm being realistic with the amount of time and money that they put into shows right now. I think 10 to 15 episodes is a good middle ground of it, of what I want versus what's reality. So the middle is the compromise. So yeah, I think 8, and when you get into 6 and 8, some seasons do that. It's like, yeah, you're fucking me here, dudes. You're fucking me here, dudes. Oh my goodness. The wonderful, the amazing, the incredible, the beautiful Steph Snow. Toast to you, Steph Snow. I gotta get myself back out on Twitch because I felt like when I was on Twitch, I had a special one-on-one dynamic with Steph because she was the only one watching me. And Bubba Husky. We'd have like 2 people watching. But I do have to get back out on Twitch. I have to find a game I want to play right now, to tell the truth. But I love me some Steph Snow. Toast to the amazing Steph Snow. Sci-fi. I'm a Trekkie, especially. I love Deep Space. I love Next Generation. I love Voyager. I like Enterprise. I like some new Trek. Discovery has a couple of okay episodes. I like Picard season 3. Seasons 1 and 2 have some good episodes mixed in. Short Trek or Lower Decks is amazing. Strange New Worlds has been really surprisingly really well done. I am a original cast, and Deep Space Nine are way above all my other Star Trek fandom. As much as I like all of the other stuff, Deep Space Nine might be in my top 3 or 4 favorite television shows of all time, with Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, and Game of Thrones. Universe stuff right up there with all of that would be specifically Deep Space Nine. Characters like Garrick and Quark, I think, add a different dimension to it, mixed with all the excellent Starfleet characters. Avery Brooks delivers one of the greatest performances of all time as Sisko. Renee Ajabdinaba Odo and Quark's chemistry is incredible, like nothing you ever see. I think Deep Space Nine just really, really works, especially seasons 3 through 6. So yeah, there's that. And I just love the original cast. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, and Sulu, and all those guys. Okay, back to House of the Dragon. Elden Ring is goated too. I love Elden Ring. I would play the DLC of that, but I never beat the final boss. I'm stuck on the final boss. Made it to the final boss, but I'm stuck there. I could never beat him. No, Trip isn't dead. That didn't happen. The last episode of Enterprise is crap on a motherfucking stick. Spoiler alert. It all ends up being a holodeck recreation by Riker and Troy, and that's horse shit. Not fair. And there is some sort of rewinding time of saying that Trip didn't really die. That was just part of the holodeck thing that happened. But whatever. Trip's not dead. Hashtag Enterprise is bullshit. Okay. So felt like the first two episodes of season 8. Nice moments, but not helpful in advancing or telling the story, says Brandon. This episode would have been better focused on main characters. It really didn't focus too much on the main characters. You're right. I wrote that several times in my notes. It was a small folk episode. And I know why they did that, because they had to entertain some characters that were popping up. But I do see what you're saying there. Maybe I don't agree 100%, but I see it. And I felt it as well, if that makes sense. Game Genie, give me some wishes, motherfucker. I want to grind. Deep Space Nine is maybe the best television series of all time. Some of the best characters. Sci-fi fantasy girl, you and I need to talk. Okay, so the sex club scene happens. Aemon's with his girl, waxing poetically. All this somehow got triggered by the Aemon sex scene, but whatever. We see some small folk having some yummy food, and it's the Hugh the Hammer family. We also see Alan and Adam, and we see some sea snake fun. We see Chorus and Rhaenys, and Chorus is the luckiest man in the 7 Kingdoms in this moment right here. Golly, Rhaenys. And then they talk shit about Daemon. There was a lot of talking shit about Daemon in certain sections of this episode. We talk about Daemon taking Harrenhal. If he takes Harrenhal, he can be an asshole, but he's an important asshole. And then we get Rhaenyra and the White Worm. I thought these two characters had some good chemistry. I almost thought Rhaenyra was going to make her be her mistress of whispers, but it didn't go in that direction. Rhaenyra gives her the Targaryen death stare, and they go back and forth. She's like, you got to honor Daemon's shit. And she's like, I don't know. I'm not honoring Daemon's anything. I got to figure out what's going on with you. Married with children is a lot. Oh, wait. Oh, thank you to everyone that's liking this shit. You guys are awesome. Oh, how did I not see Marcus? Marcus, if you're listening to this, what's up, Phil? It was great to see you on the converse with you and Tony on the stream. You seem to be doing well. Looking forward to seeing streams. I'm reading your private message, but I pre-read it. Amazon. I moved to Arizona. Congratulations, buddy. And I hope you're listening to this at some point. Marcus, sending you lots of love, my friend. I don't often come up here. Chris, great to see you in the live chat. Chorus and Rhaenys is relationship goals for me. And I hope I'm lucky enough to find that one day. So we get some exposition about how important the High Towers in Daemon is and how they all work together. Rhaenyra and I lost my track of my notes right there. We get back to dragons. There we go. We see the small folk being hung up, and all the rat catchers are being hung, and one of them sitting there is Cheese. And this again was maybe my second favorite part of the episode. We see Cheese hanging there, dead fucking scumbag, and who's watching him? The dog he kicked, laughing his goddamn ass off. And fuck you, Cheese. Fuck you, Cheese. out. I thought that was very interesting, Cats of Saturn. Thank you for mentioning that because I didn't make note of it in my notes. I love how we're in the book, we're not quite sure, but in this situation, we actually see that Cheese does not get away. And he's sitting there and he's getting taunted by the motherfucking dog. I could not love a moment more. The dog gets his revenge in the end, and it was great. It was good to see. It's good to awesome. And considering they kicked the dog last week, and I think more people were upset about the kicked dog than the dead fake child. They were more upset about the fake dog kick than the fake dead child. And I thought this was a great moment. Great moment, great show, awesome stuff. Was it Sci-Fi Fantasy Girl was the other one that kicked the dog? Either way, I thought the canine karma that existed in that scene was still pretty damn good. But I think you're right. I think it was Blood that actually kicked the dog. But I'd have to rewatch. I don't want to rewatch the dog being kicked, but it's at least worth mentioning. Slim Charles killed Cheese. Listen, it's the Method Man for short, Mr. Meth. Method Man is one of the most charismatic but worst actors ever on screen. But I love him on Oz at The Wire. So Otto comes in, and after all this hanging, he's just like, listen. And I play this song a lot, everybody. I play it.
It's a hot tower rent tonight. It's a hot tower rent tonight. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto.
But I gotta give Otto his just desserts here. He was entertaining as goddamn hell in this scene coming up here. He just comes in guns a-blazing. Guns a-blazing. Like, I don't give a fuck. On. Comes in. You stupid son of a bitch. You idiot. My grandson's an idiot. You killed a bunch of innocent people. And I love Aegon's response here, too. A bunch of innocent people and one guilty one, Pilgrim. Yeah, it's just a great fucking moment. Otto's still pissed. He's like, dude, we had good PR. You sacrificed our good PR, you prick. And Aegon's like, listen, I did something. You did nothing. You suck, Otto. And Otto's like, people are coming to our side. And Aegon's like, I don't need ink. I need blood. And Crispy, in the most annoying Crispy moment of all time, just sitting in the back. It's like when you're going through a breakup and the new partner's sitting in the back, like watching the ex, like, I'm watching their back here, huh? It's like, get the fuck out of here, you douchebag. And like, Crispy's just, like, get out of the room, Crispy. But no, Crispy's just sitting there. That's the only reason he was Hand of the King. He only got the Hand of the King thing because he was in the fucking room. Because he wouldn't get out. So, Crispy's not smart. He's just stubborn. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes all it takes is to be patient and desperate. And if you're watching right now, you know who I'm talking to. Anyways, but all it takes sometimes is to be patient and desperate. And that's what Crispy is. He's patient and desperate. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We know it wasn't Laris at least. Only Clubfoot. Yeah, absolutely. Very happy. Pets are friends. Major friends. Cheese, dog dropper, just mad he couldn't reach the bite. He wanted to bite him bad. Okay, we're in page 9 to 12. Just realized that Daemon and Aemon are the same. They're both mad brothers that became king. Absolutely. I think they have very much intense similarities between the two of them, which makes their moderate rivalry that seems to be building very interesting. Okay, so Otto comes in. Oh, yeah, okay, so blah, 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 blah. Otto's like, gave up our good PR. I did something, you did nothing. And Crispin Cole did something even more. He sent Eric to kill Rhaenyra, pretending to be his own brother, and it's going to be great. And that bitch queen will finally be killed, says Crispy. Shut up, Crispy! And Otto's like, you didn't talk to me first? You didn't bring this to the small council? You just listened to this idiot? And this trifling along? Like, what the fuck is your problem? You should listen to your dad. You know, like, your dad was a pragmatist. Your dad was a good king. We miss him. What the fuck? And Aegon's like, fuck destiny. I want revenge. Dad is dead. And Otto has probably the best or the most I've liked Otto line ever. And he says, we are the poorer for it. And he's right. You know? And he was right all along. And this is the scene I talked about earlier where he's like, you know, remember when your mom told you that Otto wanted you to be, that Viserys wanted you to be king? That's bullshit. No one wants you to be king. You're kind of a fucking frat boy douchebag. So sit and spin, guy. And he fires him. He tells him to leave his hand of the king thing. And Otto calls him an insolent pup. And you think you're clever, but you're not. And he goes, my new hand of the king is Crispin Cole. It's going to be an iron fist instead of a hand. And Crispy takes it. And he dismisses Otto. Otto gets out of there. And then we see another scene with Rhaenyra. And that was a great scene between the two of them. That was an intense scene. That might have been one of my favorite scenes of the episode. Crispy being a douchebag, Aegon and Otto finally having it. And that's why I mentioned earlier that this show doesn't wait. It really gets into it. It gives it to you. Crispy had that douchey look on his face. I'm going to get that bitch back, sci-fi fantasy girl. Because she fucked me over. And why is Crispy hate? Because she took his flower and then ditched him. Hey. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I thought you were licking your balls, not the water. You're good. You're good. Go get it. Go get it. Drink your water. Drink your water, douche. Good dog. Thank you. I thought he was licking himself, so I was trying to say those leave-in words. I'm a bad dog watcher. No, Crispy is not a good technician. Crispin should have hanged out with Jimmy from the movie Quadrophenia so they could work through the trauma of unrequited love together. Brendan Mitchell has an excellent point. Brandon. More ammunition against his ex. Abso-fucking-lutely sci-fi fantasy girl. Who has the best taste in the world. What are we doing here? Okay, so... where are we going? Okay, so we go over to... We head out and we see Tywin getting bad spider sense. Who is that? Oh, okay, no. She heads out and we see her getting the bad spider sense about the other brother. Because she kind of senses that I just saw Eric and I just seeing him again. Like, what's up? And we kind of see her in a moment. They pause, and I kind of thought the White Worm in this moment would have gone to Rhaenyra and told her what was up, but it didn't go in that particular direction. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog. It's how you know you're from a certain generation. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. It's actually Ubu, O-B-O. I always thought it was Boo-Boo too. It's actually Ubu. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. The more you know. Okay, so good boy. Good boy, Zeus. This dog, by the way, if anyone's curious of this dog's name, it's Zeus, which is a very appropriate name. Or he could be called Bob Ross. Zeus, look. Wait. Zeus. Yep, there you are. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let me I fucked up the camera because I wanted to show you the Bob Ross dog. Wait, so I fucked up the camera. That's better. Wait, let me go right there. Oh no! Hey now, that's too much of my laugh. You don't want to see that. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. There we go. Family ties. I love that gentle scene between Jace. I really did too. I thought it was kind of like an emotional moment between them two, and really showed the connection that Jace has to both his dads. and also the honesty that he's having in that relationship. So I really did I just really did appreciate that scene between the two of them. And I appreciate Jace in the moments that we get him. We don't get tons of Jace, but when we do, I appreciate it. What are you doing? Wait, we got to get what this dog is doing. What is this dog doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, Zeus, my co-host for the show. Zeus, sit down. What did you think of this episode, Zeus? You had to watch it with me. Did you like it? Did you think it was a rough episode? Oh, yeah, he thought it was a rough episode. He did. He totally did. Oh, my God. You think it was, what's your favorite, you like the trees? You like the barks? You like the bark? Yeah, let's go. Okay, read the books. Arnold was... Get to the chopper. We going to play a little game. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy, dog? I want to know. Who's your dad? Oh, yeah, we can hear you huffing on camera, dog. Lone Wolf. Good. I'm glad. Say hi to Zeus, to all your dogs. It is. Zeus is one of my longtime clients, dog walking clients. I've been watching him since he was a puppy. And he's a good dog. I'm actually going to have him for 20 days in the summer. It's going to be a long time having Zeus. And I've had him for some long stretches before, too. He's a very good dog. Okay, the actor playing Jace, he's brought the whole season. And I would say Jace and the actor that plays Aegon have been killing it this season so far. And really adding so much to the equation of the show on a moment-to-moment basis. I've really been enjoying them. Hi, Zeus. You're a good dog. Okay, so she heads out. Oh, as we follow Eric, pretending he's his brother, doing the parent trap thing. They're really trying to do the parent trap thing. And he heads in, and Rhaenyra is washing. And, but the brother's right there. We get the tent set up where she's doing her hair, and we see the brothers go back and forth. Eric stalks her. She lays down. And he finds his friend and takes the door duty. He's like, I'll take the door duty. Or he tucks the other guard. He's like, I'll take the door duty. Don't you worry. Don't worry. And he takes, Rhaenyra is going to take some melatonin or something so she can help sleep better with her hair maiden. And Eric comes in. Eric. And he has no choice. He needs to kill her. That's all that needs to happen. She needs to die. What are you doing? Do you have something to say? You want to sniff? You want to sniff the microphone? You're sniffing the mic. Do you have something to say on the show? Are you going to be part of the show, or are you just going to sit there and make me pet you? Sit. Sit. Lay down, Ghost. Lay down. Good boy, Ghost. Oh, no. This is a weird angle. Sorry, everybody. I know you guys don't want to see my lap. Bella doesn't like her dad, Daemon, because he don't know what to do with her hair since her mom died. Justin. Okay, so where are we? So then we get into the two brothers and the fight. And the fight was just really well choreographed. We talked about this earlier with KP when he was on. It was a really real fight. It wasn't a glorified, over-orchestrated Obi-Wan versus Anakin kind of fight. It was a very rough, real battle and a real protection of Rhaenyra. And I thought it was done well. I think the only thing we can say is something that someone said earlier in the chat, that Rhaenyra is a badass too. She should have picked up a sword and joined in the fight. He is a very cooperative doggy. Although he's very strong and he's hard to walk because he gets excited and he runs to places. And he doesn't like other dogs. He really doesn't like other dogs. Occasionally, like he likes his friends, but he can go Cuju very, very quickly. Jackie, mother frickin' C, the amazing, the wonderful, the beautiful, the best mod in the business. Jackie C is in the live chat. Great to see Jackie C. Toast to you, my friend. Never try to break up a sibling fight. It never goes good. I've done that many a times. I was in a band with two siblings, and I've got into the middle of those fights many times, and I can tell you something that I've learned over time. Don't do it. It never works. Cujo. Thank you, John Haymaker. Did I say Kojo? I don't know what the fuck I said. It's wrong. But Jackie C popping on in here, as I'm sure. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. I feel like when we're talking about these shows, when we're all together here, whether it's going to be House of the Dragon, whether it's going to be the Dunk and Egg series, or any other universe shows that pop up, it's almost like a holiday that we're all getting to get back together and hang out and talk about this stuff. It really means so much to me. You're too kind, Miss Jackie C. Don't make me blush. Anyways, I was just going to do for some reason, I was about to, hey, baby, do an Elvis voice for some reason. I can't explain why I wanted to do that in that moment, Jackie. I apologize. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Priscilla. What's going on? That's my instinct in that moment. Just, I think it was to sillify the situation. But thank you, Jackie C. What's up, Killmonger, in the live chat? We got both the Killmongers rocking through tonight. And it's fun to be able to have this party. It really is. Well, can everyone leave the chat room so Jackie and C and I can talk finally? You know, we've been waiting to talk for a long time. We haven't privately talked. So can everyone leave for a second? And I'm gonna make Jackie C blush a little bit more, okay? I'm kidding. Sorry, everybody. Anyways, so Eric comes in. They face off. It's 1-on-1. The battle continues. Good versus evil. Let's do it. Or brother versus brother. Brother. One of us is motherfucking dying. Brother. I'm gonna stab you in your wine. Yee. So they kill each other. It's great. They have a little bit of a Rocky Apollo 2 fight going on. And okay, baby. Listen, Priscilla. Oh, baby. Listen, baby. Make sure you miss me, baby. Okay. Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna stop. I've had a few drinks. I've had a few too many honesty sips tonight. Let's say that. Anyways, Homer Simpson gif backing into the stuff. Okay, so Eric, it's a good fight, very well choreographed fight. Both brothers put it on the line. I understand why Eric stabbed himself after it was all over. It's tough. I'm an only child. I do have two half sisters, but I didn't grow up with them. But I have cousins that I really love a lot, and I couldn't kill them. It would be tough. It would be tough. Hey, baby. It would be tough. Do you think that George's catering and Dragon Cake are now Dunkin' Egg announcement? There's been a lot of talk about that, Brandon. Carmine Preston did a great video on this very subject. If George finished Winds of Winter on the sly, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they said he was 3/4 away a couple of years ago. He could have easily finished it up and doing this all for a surprise. Thank you, Sonic, for giving Jackie C and I some privacy. Who is the last brother standing? Eric. Eric was the last brother standing. And the only reason I think that, and I don't know, obviously, it's impossible to know for sure. They're identical. But the truth is, I figure if it was the other way around, he wouldn't have stabbed himself. He would have tried in his last breath to kill Rhaenyra one more time. So I think it's Eric that's killed himself and Eric that lost the fight. He got a promotion just for being in the damn room, Sci-Fi Girl. I would have finished my meal if Crispy complained about my cloak being dirty. Same. What an episode. We have the amazing, the wonderful Carla Way in the live chat. Hi, Carla. I wish you were closer, Carla, because I'm in the midst of recording a song. And in my mind, I hear a second voice in the song, like a female voice, a beautiful voice like your own with it, to mix with my, shitty, hey, baby, Elvis voice. my more croony kind of speaky singy voice. But I don't know how I would get you to sing on the track from Australia. I'd have to like send you the GarageBand track and have you track on it. It'd be a pain in the ass, but so I probably won't end up doing it because I don't want to put you out. But I've been thinking as I listen to this track that I would like your voice on it. But you know, just know that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if that's musically flattering at the moment, but I've been as my band is recording our next EP. There's a specific song called St. Louis that I hear your voice on, but whatever. Okay, anyways. Eric said he was sorry because he realized too late that he picked the wrong side. Very true, especially once he sort of calculated everything that Crispy manipulated him. Once I track my vocal, I'll talk to you. Maybe you could add a little something, add a little depth to the vocal. But we'll talk later. I'll write something on my hand because I'm buzzed right now to remember to message you privately and see if I could send you the GarageBand file and see if you could track if you have a Mac and ability to sign on that. And anyways, I shouldn't be talking about this on a live stream. This is a private conversation. I'm literally having a private conversation and embarrassing Carla and making it so she can't say no to me right now. No, there's just it's sort of a big bandy, so I feel like I want a female jazzy kind of like voice to bounce off. It's called I Met This Girl, I Knew She Was Lying, yeah, it's kind of crying, dimensional. You know, see, I could do it myself, but it would be a lot more texture if I could figure a way to get a quality female voice on it. But you know, so we'll see if it works out. Timing works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But in the future, we should definitely collab on something. Okay, more shit. Yeah, I'm putting Carla on the spot. I am. I'm tying her up. I'm putting her up against the pole, and I'm like, Carla, you must do my bidding, and my bidding is to make you sing on my stupid, horrible original song that you're gonna hate anyway. But in all St. Louis, that's the chorus of the song. Gotta get it back. Sunday morning, some morning in a midnight chance. All I needed was one last dance in St. Louis. Gotta get it back. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna do my track, and then if I feel like we have time, I might send it to you to see if you can do a pass on it and are inspired by anything. Okay, continue. Phil will end up blowing up the post office. I will. Did we get our first glimpses of the yes, Orlando? We 100 billion trillion zillion % got that vision. It was great. It was awesome. It was fun. And of course we have, where is the, oh, there it is. Okay. So let's continue with this. So Eric comes in, we get a really good fight. Then we get Otto and Alicent, and he's talking shit. He is. He's been fired. He's pissed off. That's actually a really good position for you, buddy. Do you see how he's looking at the dog costume back there? He's like, what is that thing back there? Zeus, that's actually, I wish you could stay there for the entire stream. I am vengeance. I am the night. So Otto and Alicent, he's talking shit. He's talking shit about Aegon. He's like, I want vengeance. I want the night. Otto's leaving. And he's like, Aegon blundered our plans, but I'm going to go to Highgarden. I'm going to go back to the High Tower, go back to Old Town, talk to Daron. We actually get a Daron mention. Bridgeforth was talking about how much he wants that. And Tony were talking about that earlier. And we actually got that in a mention in this particular episode. He also, they talk about the Tyrells getting to Highgarden on our side. And we get an emotional goodbye between the two. It actually felt emotional. Oh my goodness. We have one of my favorite people in the entire world, the incredible Mandrell in the live chat. Toast to you, Mandrell. Sci-Fi Girl. I could say that as a subtitle for many of the scenes in this episode. I love that scene between two characters I hated. I think that's what's beautiful about this show. We get a lot of those moments. Sci-Fi Girl makes an excellent point. And I think that's what's great about this show and the performances and sort of separating yourself from caring about if these are good people or not, because, you know, they're Targaryens. So, whatever. So, ultimately, it comes down to loving these scenes and seeing these performances. Minus Rhaenys and Corlys, we don't have a lot of good people on this show. I mean, there are some exceptions to that rule, and some of our characters do good things and bad things and whatever, but I do think it's a wonderful moment. Yeah, Otto's nonchalance. We got wonderful Mandrell. Toast to you, my good friend. Cheers, Mandrell. Love this scene between characters I hate. Otto he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Darren. You go also talk to the Tyrells. We're gonna need to get them on our side and get them back in the mix. It's an emotional goodbye. She's like, I sinned. Everybody, I sinned. But you don't want to hear it. And he says, excuse me. I don't know if you could visually see me burp, even though I muted it. I did it again. Oh, yeah. Rhaenyra is good and her kids. She cares about her kids, for sure. And Rhaenyra is a good person. We see it in this particular episode. She does not want children dead. I think I threw Rhaenyra in that positive list. Rhaenyra, Rhaenys, or Corlys are all quality people when it comes down to it. They may be pushed with emotional situations, but most of our characters on this show are kind of horseshit fucking people. And I think it's relaxing watching that in some ways. You doing good, buddy? You like being the star of the show? You could literally sit in any place in my apartment, but you're sitting like in prime camera spot because you're that cool, Zeus. Dun, 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 dun. Shakespeare, yeah, exact. Cats of Saturn and Jackie C almost said it at the exact same time. House of Dragon equals tragedy, Shakespearean tragedy. 100%. 100%. And, okay, so she walks in the room. Alicent walks in the room after all of this, and she sees Aegon crying. This was a good scene, another good Aegon moment. And Alicent is feeling the emotion. She leaves him alone, and she heads out. And then, at the end, her and Crispy get into it. Oh, wait, sorry. I did that. And then we get our final scene, Crispy and Alicent. She slaps him twice. She pushes him. She slaps him. She turns him. And then they have some really amazing hate sex. They call him Crispy Baby. He's riding Crispin right. He's having hand of sex that he's having slipping tight. He's having hand of the sex and baby ripping, ropping right. Slipping, ripping, baby crazy, crispy, crispy, crispy tight. He's gonna slap that baby. He's gonna flip it right. He is the head, the king now. He is that crispy tight. He's crispy, ripsy, rapping on the ripsy, rapping on the mind, cause around on the bipsy. He's crispy on the ride of my scene. Rock on the crispy, gonna rock my dreams. He's fast and back. He has no talent. He is a wicked raccoon rattler. He's crispy, 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 cream. Oh, baby, oh, have a seat right.
I get the crispy and I'm crispy, alright.
Crispy, crispy, baby, oh, it's tight.
Crispy, crispy, and the
Right, I am the hand of the king. I am a crispy rod. I am black and baby.
Oh, it ended? Oh, no. Okay, so that's kind of what happened at the end there of the episode. Crispy got way into it. He rocked his Krispy Kreme, and him and Alicent, they had hand of the king sex. You know, like hand of the king sex. Is that a thing? Is it like hate sex, but hand of the king sex? Is it a thing? I think it's a thing. Do you think it's a thing? I think it's a thing. It was a thing. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. We have the amazing, the wonderful, one of my After Dark co-hosts, the incredible Miss Anna from Red Lipstick Club, joining us in the live chat. Thank you, Anna, for popping on in the chat and saying hi tonight. The chat is always that much better when the incredible Miss Anna is in the chat. Tony, you and I need to get out here and do a After Dark soon because I miss getting to talk to you and Tony the three of us have a ton of fun. But lots of love to Anna, and make sure you say hi and give Anna some love in the chat. I was so happy that you guys in the Phoenix Suns signed Isaiah Thomas. I love me some Isaiah Thomas. Enough of that. Promotion. Anything to pay Rhaenyra back for rejecting him. Allison's pimp hand is strong. Red lipstick cup, great to see you. Hand of the Dowager crotch, says Pete Easy. That's a good one, Pete Easy. Slap fighting, Romeo and Juliet type story. Good, gray, bad. This whole entire series leading up to how Hot Pie made bread in the shape of a wolf. Sonic, your boy, I think if you are patient, you will eventually get the answers to your story. Where are you doing? What's going on? What's going on back there? Sit. Sit down. Lie down. You stay. Stay right where you are. Don't go anywhere. I don't trust you. Mr. Still has his balls. I don't trust you. So that's the end of our episode. We're not finishing up here quite yet. I'm going to keep a couple more chats right now. If anyone wants to call in, now's the time. Probably, what are we on? Yeah, probably be on about 10, 15 more minutes here. So make sure you get in your calls if you have anything else to get in, or text on in 781-990-8509. You can see that number on the screen right now if you're watching. Feel free to call in. If you're from another country, from far away, and you want to get your voice in the show, you can email me at theissuesguy@gmail.com. See on the screen, just theissuesguy@gmail.com. And I will play your message on screen. Here we go. Hey. I shall have patience. Just worried if Zeus turns into a swan. If he rips off his face and turns into Arya behind me, ready to stab me. Do you know we're talking about you silly goose? I can't believe him the way he's looking right now on screen. He looks like he's not even real. Like it's just like it's a little pic. Oh, now he's moving. But for a while he was just kind of sitting there, and he looks like I'm putting a GIF there or some shit like that, or putting a little image, a PNG. So let's take some chats and go through this stuff. This was a great episode. I thought it had a lot of interesting texture moments. I know someone earlier said it was, a good episode. They'd hoped more action happens if we're only dealing with 8 episodes. I appreciate that, but I also feel like this episode did a great job of making me care about characters and care about a lot of things. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I'll be on for a little while longer. If you want to call in, call on in. Jackie C., I meant to mention this the other night, but I believe it happened. I believe you finally got a membership on Teflon TV from someone gifting a membership. I think it did it finally happen in the last stream on Wednesday? Which Jackie C has beat the odds for a long time here when people are donating memberships at Teflon TV. Yeah, we missed the After Darks as well. I think Tony wants to do one soon, so we will definitely be doing one at some point in the summer for sure. I will say that. Can't guarantee when it's going to be, but we'll definitely do at least one After Dark this summer at some point. Or we could do a Beyond Nighttime that we did once on my channel. Instead, where I had Anna and Tony on, and we just talked to my channel in the After Dark thing, but we called it something different because it was on my channel. Beyond Tomorrow or some shit. He's a ham on the cam. The dog is definitely a ham on the cam, Pete Easy. This dog is enjoying every minute of being in the prime time of a Sunday night Game of Thrones after show. Where we get some of the best people in the world popping on in, saying hi. So, I will be very worried. Julia Dawn, great to see Julia in the live chat. My sister hasn't read the books and said to me tonight that she doesn't want to see any dragons die. I told her, I got some very bad news for you. Yeah, she's going to be disappointed and sad by the end of the series, for sure. Footsie Wootsy going to be mad at... He is. He's mad the whole time. And I think it was important that we saw him be mad last week and be upset about the situation, because I do think that is going to continue and expand a little bit more and may serve to destroy Crispy, and obviously also just eliminate a big supporter from Allison. Tony was mentioning, and I won't speak for Tony, but I think what he was saying earlier, if I'm quoting him correctly, is that it's actually going to drive Allison to do more feet thing for Larys to shut him up. And I could see something like that happening too. The quid pro quo shit. It's definitely, certainly a damn possibility. Oh, Red Lipstick, we're glad that we have you. I don't know if the poor dog missed cheese or was giving him a like, fuck you, you're dead because you let your buddy kick me. Either way, Jackie C, I'm okay with it. Really, right? I'm okay with that situation. Julia, I missed them as well. They basically got us through COVID. The After Darks got us through. They were our socialization through that situation. Tony saved us all with those After Darks. And I believe the Mayor of Easttown stuff too was in that stretch. But really, it was the After Darks. It was pretty much every Saturday night from around 9 or 10 till 2 or 3 in the morning. So it was definitely my biggest social gathering for 2 or 3 years there. We're every week on the After Dark. So huge thanks to Tony for doing that and keeping us all sane. And we'll always do I won't even say reunions, just more episodes of it here and there when we can. So I know it's about scheduling and us all figuring it out that we're all around on a Saturday or Friday night to do it. But I can say without hesitation that we will at least be doing one After Dark before the end of the summer. For sure. Justice for the dog, Carla. 100% justice for the doggo. Watch that motherfucker die. Die bad. Die hard. Get those toes winging. Joe's not into the hot D, unfortunately, Shib. And it's not a show he has fun making fun of like The Walking Dead. So, unfortunately, we'll not have Joe. I don't know if it's because he's lazy or he really doesn't like the show. I think it's probably because he doesn't like the show. But maybe we can get Joe in here one of these weeks to rain on my parade here. But unfortunately, Joe is not on the hot D. He can't quite get himself there. 100% Anna. It was totally our social gathering for like a year and a half there. For a big chunk of all of that. It was pretty much every Saturday night. I don't have the math on it, but it felt like it was every Saturday night for like a year and a half. Realistically, it was probably more like 6 months or something, but it felt like, if I think back on it, it was like that's all I did during that stretch was get Uber Eats dropped at my door and After Darks. Joe Dirty Locks has just joined the chat with our emojis. If you become a member of our channel, you too can put out Joe Rant emojis in there. But yes, it was absolutely, those toes better get wiggling. They better get tied up. She better get put that foot in presenting mode. Sorry. She better present that foot for Laris to get full enjoyment of that. He better not just get to look. He better get to touch. He is in a serious situation right there. So excuse me for 1 second. I will be right back, and then we'll do one last run through silliness and call this a stream. But I'm just going to run to the little podcasters room. I'm just trying to find a song for you guys to play while I'm gone, and then we'll finish things up. Where is something to play for you guys? We need a little patience. No, we don't need a little patience right there. Let's see. Silly things mixed. We'll get a little Bastard Bowl. Here's a little Ramsey Snow for you all. Enjoyment. I will be right back.
Well, let's play a game. Which body part do you need the least? You've been wondering
This is Ramsay Snow, my bastard.
who I am. You're just wonderful. Meat. Stinking meat. You're just wonderful. Pork sausage. That's a good name for you. Freak. Pork sausage.
For the watch.
Pork sausage.
Watch.
Pork sausage.
For the watch.
Pork sausage.
For the watch.
For the Watch. Kill Jon Snow. Reek! Reek! For the Watch.
My watch is ended.
Pour me some wine. I am Lord Bolt. I prefer being an only child. My mother taught me not to throw stones at cripples. But my father taught me aim for their head.
From this day until your last day, you are Ramsay Bolton, son of Roose Bolton, Warden of the North.
Pork sausage. You smell particularly ripe this evening.
Surrender! I surrender!
And I accept your surrender. Me. Let's head back. My wife must be lonely. You have a good-sized cock. Reek! You think I'm some sort of savage? If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
If you have any last words, my lord, now's the time.
I win.
Thank you, Zeus, for being a great co-host tonight. I mean, they say you can't go home again. I go home again to talk to all of you folks. So let's take a couple more comments and questions in the live chat, and then I will call this a stream. Thank you for everyone that's joined us throughout the evening tonight. You guys have been unbelievably amazing tonight. It has been so much fun. You're a great part of the show, Zeus. You are. Right there. Look right there. That's your camera. See that right there? That's your camera right there. You and your human eyes. Do you have anything you have to say, Zeus, about the show tonight? What did you think, Zeus? What did you think of this episode?
Oh, Phil, I thought this episode was delicious because I ate food during it, and I was on that bone. It tasted good, and it was fun. I thought it was good, especially that part where that dog loved it. Look at you. Let me hold my hand and lick you. That's right. I'm licking you. Oh, my goodness. I'm licking you. You're tasty. Your sweat is tasty tonight, sir. It tastes like weed and pizza. Yes, it does. Oh, get away from my weed and pizza. I mean, sorry, sir. Get back there, Zeus. Go ahead right there, you good sir.
Thank you, Zeus, for that wonderful touch about your thoughts in this episode. Who is your favorite character in this episode?
I like the dragons.
You do like the dragons. You're such a good boy. You're a very good boy, Zeus. Zeus is a good boy. We're walking down the street. Oftentimes, Zeus and I will walk, and people ask us if we're twins. I also often hear if this dog is related to Bob Ross. I see the Bob Ross as well. I do. Zeus is a very goodest boy. I'm excited to have Zeus for a long time. Go ahead. You can drink. You can eat. Do your shit, dude. No one's stopping you. Do I look like I'm stopping you from doing your shit? Come here. Come here. Say hi. Say hi to the kids. Say hi to the kids. Everyone, let's say, this is the end of our show. Let's say hi to Mr. Zeus. Is Zeus the goodest boy? Are you the goodest boy, Scooby? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Scooby. Yes, you are. I was a Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Where are you? Oh, do you know what's really exciting that I didn't realize? As we'll take any topics right now if anyone wants to talk about anything. House of Dragon, great episode. I get to watch the new episode of Interview with the Vampire. If you're not watching Interview with the Vampire and you enjoy that, if you enjoy the movie or you're familiar with the book series, I highly recommend it. It's a really good show. Stars Grey Worm from the Game of Thrones series and bunch of other actors. I don't know who they are, but it's very well done. Extremely entertaining and well acted and well put together series that gives justice and actually adds more like vibe and energy and texture to those books. So, because I did read those books years ago in sort of a romance novel-y, vampire-y kind of way. But I am consistently surprised with how good Interview with the Vampire is. So if you're not watching that and you enjoy that kind of stuff, check it out. It's on AMC. Watch an episode or two. If you like it, give me a thank you. If not, go fuck yourself. No, if not, it might not be your thing. It's okay, but I'm very much enjoying it. Interview with the Vampire is a great, underrated show on television right now. Not enough people are talking about how good that show is. and I hope it has enough people watching it for it to finish whatever story it wants to tell, because I'm enjoying the damn story and I don't want it to end. So it's good stuff. It's my favorite show. That and House of the Dragon are my two favorite shows on television right now. And it's about to change. When is it, next week or a couple weeks from now, when maybe my favorite show in recent years comes back? We got the Bear season gets dropped. I'm probably cover it on more of a roundup show. I still owe Jackie C talking about the Curb finale, which I'm going to do at some point, in the Shogun finale with Joe. Joe and I are going to do a roundup stream at some point. But yes, Shib, you got it on the second one, The Bear. The Bear is maybe one of my favorite shows in recent years. Season 1, Season 2, I very much loved. I have high hopes for Season 3 as well. I just think it's one of the best shows on television, best shows on any of the apps, however you want to say it. Yeah, I love The Bear. I can't wait to see more of it and more of the direction that they go with the show. The Fishes episode of The Bear Season 2 was one of the most strangely, awkwardly, horribly accurate episodes for anyone who's ever dealt with a family dinner ever. Yeah, where is my Curb? Sci-Fi Girl, thank you for the support of myself and Tony and coming to our streams and rocking it and adding to the texture and the fun of it. You guys are incredible. So on that note, let me wrap this stuff up. I've been talking for 2 hours and 22 minutes and 22 seconds. That's the best opportunity to say goodnight. Thank you to all of you that popped on in here late towards the end of the stream, as I assume you popped over from Direwolf. Send those girls my love every single time. Send all my other friends, Preston and Carmine, if they're on right now, just pop over there and tell them Phil said hi as well. Those are my friends that are going live right now. Everyone else, watch either me, Preston, or Direwolf. There you go. Do Preston and Carmine or Direwolf. Everyone else can go fuck themselves. No, I'm kidding. Love you, Smoke. Love you, Sir Hutz. Love you. Who else is going live? I love you all. Love you all. Love all of you guys. But check out Preston and Carmine. Check out Direwolf City. They're the awesome ones. No, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you enjoyed this stream, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Gotta get this out to more people. We gotta get more people in here. Always. But you guys have been amazing. Got more people this week than last week. That's all I can ask for. I will be back maybe on Wednesday with Tony. But if not, Sunday with the usual suspects. 6:30 to 8:30. And then back live with you guys here. I may be on before that live for some other stream if I can figure it out. If not, every Sunday after every episode, I'll be live here doing this nonsense. Love you, Carla. Love your cat, Sasadin. Love you, Jackie. Love Sandroko. Love you, Sci-Fi Girl. Love you, Sonic. Yeah, boy. Love you, Captain. Laz. You guys are all amazing. Love you, Julie Drawn. That's what I would do too. Watch multiple people bounce around, enjoy the best of everyone, because there's a lot of really good after shows. I'm a little bit in the Miracle on 31st Street Santa Claus. It's like, everyone's awesome. Love everybody. Toast to you. I can't drink alone, so I have to finish my drink while you're still here. It's a little analysis paralysis.
Analysis paralysis. You better learn this.
That's my cousin playing guitar. He definitely shreds. He's the good musician in the family. This is a song about Zelda.
Like a Wonka song, need a source of pain. Ankle falls out all the same. Let's go to put off the task and shut the fear of Majora's Mask. devil. Your mind was so fly that your body lies on the earth forever. So relate me here, just for a second. Gotta stop, pause, try to fetch it. Keep to my bones when the words sewn, and you try to own, but you never get it. Figure out from the words I'm chasing. Your hesitation can cause cases. So hold up, trying to be thrown out like a rag. Hags feel ain't the way for me. I'm hoping and I'm trying to be free, 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 free from these issues.
Oh, whoops. Whoops. Oh, I fucked it. Okay, one more. Last one. Good night, everybody.
Oh, loser lost. I'm off and brought to the post edge back at the top. See you there when the bruise is clear. I'm clearly better when I'm dropped. Born through rare men's goggles. Think on the bomb like an old man mother. Wants to hurry to get away. Say I'll flick you when you play. They will get hot from the words cover. Me to side. Both against each other. Get alive is the best I see. Don't wanna live to what is me. But I know the loss is yours. Comes my inside ready for applause. All I do, hope some rare. Ask me some left, I go when I dare. All that's great, but it's not the truth. The only truth is Dr. Muse. Your very existence bothers me. You make me feel like a pile of eggs. You take away something I love, the one thing that makes me happy to help my head. You pissed off the wrong person. I just wanna make you suffer for this. Yeah, payback's a bitch, a little bit. Don't want to die to in the end. Gotta go with my full win. Check the dump for any that passes. The reverse side, the bit, the projectile. I take up the shadow of it. Really, as a mirror of myself. So I close my mouth, I hold my heart. I'm standing on sand, my legs spread apart. Care about the vine that is your line that used to be mine, so I dragged it down the line.